Initially by Tierney. Palmer's got it back again. It's Cole Palmer! We have liftoff!
How brilliant is Cole Palmer? 22 goals and 11 assists in his first Premier League season, followed by 6 goals and 5 assists already this season. Cole Palmer has taken the Premier League by storm, and it looks like he's just getting started. But why has he improved so much this season? And what does his future hold for both Chelsea and England? Could he even challenge Saka and Foden for that right-wing spot? We'll dive into all that in this video, but before we get started, here's a fun fact. Palmer has more goal contributions this season than Erling Haaland. Surprised? Well, don't be. If you know where Cole Palmer comes from, you'd know his potential has always been sky high.
Mahrez making his way into the box. Cole Palmer is arriving too. Is this his moment? It is! Only just on the pitch, and there is his first Champions.
Let's take it back to Cole Palmer's Manchester City youth days, because this is where things get interesting. This guy was tearing it up for the under-18s, scoring 20 goals and racking up 8 assists in just 32 games. I mean, those are some serious numbers. But he wasn't done. When he moved to the under-23 side, he leveled up even more. 22 goals and 11 assists in 29 games. Every season, Palmer kept getting better and better, like he was waiting for that big break. And then, his call up to Manchester City's first team came. It felt like this was the moment, right? But here's where things got tricky. As good as Palmer was, he couldn't break into Pep's lineup regularly. Why? Well, with players like Phil Foden and Riyad Mahrez being Pep's go-to guys, Palmer was left waiting on the sidelines more often than not. But here's the thing. Every time Pep called on Cole Palmer, he always stepped up. No matter how limited his chances were, the guy delivered. Remember the UEFA Super Cup? Palmer came on and scored, showing he was more than ready for the big stage. And let's not forget the FA Cup final. Another huge game, another moment where Palmer proved he had what it takes. So, despite those impressive performances, Pep still stuck with his favourites, Foden and Mahrez. Which brings me back to the question, did Pep make the right choice? Should Palmer have been given more trust, more minutes, more chances? Looking at what he's doing now at Chelsea, you've got to wonder.
Deflection, Cole Palmer with another chance. Brilliant finish from a brilliant young player. It's his first FA Cup goal, but it won't be his last.
His move to Chelsea would be a game changer for his career, as everyone would see that young boy at Manchester City turn into a man at Chelsea. He was one of several players Chelsea brought in during that summer transfer window, but honestly, he was the brightest star of the bunch. From the moment he put on that blue shirt, you could see he was ready to make a mark. Palmer did not just make a mark, he hit the ground running, showcasing his skills and proving he belonged at this level. Throughout the season, Palmer was consistently impressive, and it was clear he was thriving in his new environment. His creativity, flair, and ability to find the back of the net made him a key player for Chelsea, and by the end of his first season, he wrapped up with over 40 goals and assists combined. Can you believe that? For a player in his debut season at a new club, those numbers are phenomenal. It just goes to show how much he's grown and how pivotal he's become in Chelsea's attack. But why is he a key player for Chelsea? One thing that everyone knows about Palmer is his dribbling and close control. I mean, this guy can take on defenders like it's a walk in the park. When he gets the ball at his feet, you can almost see the defender's heart sink because they know they're in for a tough time. His close control is exceptional. It's that kind of silky skill that has Chelsea fans reminiscing about Eden Hazard in his prime. Just like Hazard, Palmer can weave through defenders. And by drawing them in, he creates those crucial gaps that his teammates can exploit. It's like he's a magnet for defenders, pulling them in and letting his teammates slip right past.
That's a good pass, Palmer. Nice first touch. Still going, Palmer!
Jackson for Cole Palmer. That is a lovely touch. What a goal!
He also has a very good goal-scoring instinct. Palmer has this incredible knack for being in the right place at the right time, whether it's making those sneaky runs behind the defense or positioning himself perfectly for a rebound. He knows how to find the back of the net. And what's even more impressive, he's growing into a reliable finisher. You can see his confidence building with every game, and that makes him a constant threat in front of goal. In his game against Manchester United last season, he showed this well. In that match, he wiggled past not one one, but two players to score a wonderful goal. He also showed how good his finishing is against Luton Town, where he decided to tower one in from the left wing, which is not his usual spot. And then there's his decision making. This is where Palmer shines. He has an innate ability to read the game, knowing when to shoot, pass, or take on a defender. Palmer has had countless moments where he's made the right choice in a split second, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Whether it's a cheeky back heel, a perfectly timed pass, or a clinical finish, he's always thinking one step ahead. He showed this in the match against Brighton in the EFL Cup when he made an assist. Instead of shooting a shot, he was calm and paused for some second. Then he made a well-weighted pass. It's that blend of skill, awareness, and instinct that makes him a game changer for Chelsea. And honestly, it's a joy to watch him grow into this pivotal role. But this season he has taken it up a notch. With him scoring 6 goals and having 5 assists in just 11 games, he also has created a new record of scoring goals scored before half-time. He set the record at 4 goals, but this all down to the tactical change because of one man. Enzo Maresca has brought a big shift to Chelsea, as he has transformed the way the team plays. But one of the most impactful changes has been Cole Palmer's new role as a number 10. You see, when Maresca arrived, he immediately noticed something Chelsea lacked: a true number 10. Sure, Enzo Fernandez was playing in that role, and Nkunku could do a job as a second striker. But to make his system work, Maresca needed someone who could command that creative space between midfield and attack. Instead of buying one, he decided to create one, and that's where Palmer comes in. Now, here's the genius of it. Chelsea's wings are stacked with talent, so taking Palmer off the wing wasn't going to hurt their width. In fact, moving him into that number 10 role has unleashed him in ways we hadn't seen before. Palmer has always been a player who thrives in the right half space, especially close to the box. Putting him at number 10 not only lets him occupy those dangerous spaces, but also gives him the freedom to roam, contribute all over the field, and get involved in the build-up. We saw this brilliantly against Brighton, where Palmer didn't just stay centrally. He made a run to the right wing, found the space, and smashed in an absolute banger. It's that versatility and freedom in his new role that's allowing him to truly shine. The tactical setups have played perfectly to Palmer's strengths, giving him the freedom and structure to flourish. He's thriving in a system that lets him roam, attack, and be the creative force Chelsea needs in that number 10 role. He is also finally getting more game time and trust. At City, he was behind stars like Foden and Mahrez, but at Chelsea, he's become a focal point. The more minutes he gets, the more consistent his performances have become, and he's able to show off his full range of talents. You can also see the confidence growing in his game. He's taking more risks, whether dribbling past defenders or making bold passes, and it's paying off. That composure under pressure has been a game changer for Chelsea. On top of that, his link-up play has been next level. Palmer's growing chemistry with Chelsea's key attackers, especially in the final third, is making him central to their build-up play. He's connecting well with his teammates, creating chances, and playing a huge role in Chelsea's fluid attack. While playing well for Chelsea, there have been speculations on whether Palmer can be the next star for England. Cole Palmer is seriously on the path to becoming England's next big star. With the national team undergoing changes, especially now that Gareth Southgate isn't in charge anymore, Palmer's importance to England is only going to grow. The question is, can he take Bukayo Saka's spot in the starting lineup? I mean, let's be real. Saka has been incredible, but with a new manager and a more open selection process, everyone has a fair shot of getting picked. So, what makes Palmer a serious contender? Well, his output last season was better. Last season, Palmer had better stats than Saka in terms of goals and assists, and he's kept up that form this season too. While Saka is an established talent, Palmer's versatility gives him an edge. Not only can he dominate on the wing, but he's also proven himself in that number 10 role at Chelsea. This dual threat means that, even if he doesn't slot in on the right, Palmer could still find himself in England's lineup behind the striker, although that would mean going head-to-head with Foden, which is some pretty stiff competition. But who do you see him benching in that England squad? Will Palmer eventually edge out Saka on the wing, or could he become England's go-to creative force in the middle, taking the number 10 role? Either way, the future is looking very bright for him. For England, Palmer's skill set makes him a huge asset moving forward, especially with World Cups on the horizon. His ability to play across multiple positions, either as a winger or a number 10, gives the national team flexibility in attack. And with his composure in big moments, remember that FA Cup final and the Super Cup? It's only a matter of time before he becomes a regular in the England setup.
Jackson, the Wolves might be caught out here. Palmer! It's closed.
Palmer, super
shirt. Oh, it's a different.
Well, for Chelsea, he might just be the next Hazard. But let's be real, he's only 22. Let's not weigh him down with the pressure of being labelled the next anyone. Instead, let's enjoy watching Cole Palmer create his path in football. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.